Hi everyone, for those that don't know me, my name is Ivania, and for this discussion board, I have chosen to focus on my current work site here in California. So the agency that I work with serves youth in various programs, but the program that I work in is a residential treatment program that has, and in our campus, we have our short-term and long-term clients that reside with us as they learn to cope and live with their mental illness. So, characteristic that I found in this organization is communication. And when there's a lack of communication, people are unsure what is going on. But when there's a flow, continuous communication, staff and clients are effectively able to work together to reach the client's goals. So, communication is something that has a potential to be supported in my work environment, but with many staff cycling in and out of the program, most things will sometimes get mixed up in the loop. Example that I have seen where communication is supported though is throughout our cottage logs. So our logs are sent out 3 times a day, in the morning, in the evening, and at night. So in those logs, there's usually a summary of our programming and any positive and negative aspects of each individual client. So that's one way. But a challenge that I've seen is when there's so much turnover of staff, a client will see various different staff throughout the day. And during a shift, when a staff is leaving, the client might say, request for a certain thing, but as they're leaving, the staff might fail to communicate with a staff that's entering what the client's request had been. So, and a second characteristic that I found is community involvement. So the agency has one main campus, but they have additional branches spread out through 3 different counties in the Bay Area. And the agency attempts to integrate the clients as well as the staff into the community as much as possible. And since it's a nonprofit organization, the agency has to essentially market out their services in order to receive the appropriate funds. So community involvement is highly supported, and aside from community involvement, the staff are also always rewarded. They're given stuff, so they are incentivized to continue to work, to continue to give to back to the community, as well as continue to work at this agency. And the organizational culture that I feel changes a lot, but currently I feel that it's in between the we're great and the I'm great, because despite our sometimes issues with communication, that's more on an individual level, but as a whole, the agency does attempt to work together and involve others from various different tribes, especially when we go out to the community, and to make the agency not feel isolated, because although this is a mental health facility, they are not above or below any other agency around.